How do we connect with other cultures? That's the question. A simple one, but like all simple questions, it has a labyrinth underneath. Let me take you on a journey, not across oceans or borders, but through the invisible walls that separate us from them, me from you, familiar from foreign. Culture is not just music, food, language, or traditions. It is the silence between the words. It is the meaning of a gesture. It is the pain we don't talk about. It is the joy we carry in our bones and we don't know why. So, how do we connect with other cultures? We connect by listening, not just to sounds we understand, but to those we don't. To rhythms that make us uncomfortable, to accents that we don't understand, because in that discomfort is when we are really learning. We connect when we stop looking at other culture as other, when we stop pointing fingers and start offering hands, when we stop asking what can they learn from us and ask what have we forgotten that they still remember. Connection begins when we realize we are not the center, not the main character. We are just one chapter in a book written in 1,000 tongues. A book is still being written, a book we can only understand when we read it together. But sometimes that tongue becomes a bridge, not because it is better, but because it has become common ground, a shared melody in a world full of voices. And for many people, that is English, not as a flag, but as a thread that pulls stories from distant shores into a language we can meet in. It is not only a thread, but today it is mine, and through it I speak, not to reach, but to dominate. I connect with the culture once through silence. I sat in a room where I understood no words, no signs, no context, but there was music playing and an old woman was crying, and somehow I understood. That moment taught me more than any textbook ever could. You see, language is a tool, but empathy is a bridge. Curiosity is a key, and humility is the door. To connect with other cultures, we must be willing to be transformed, to be changed, to let go of certainty, to unlearn what we thought was normal, to be shaken, to be moved, to be challenged. We don't connect by dominating. We connect by laughing. We connect by dancing. We connect by admitting, I don't know, please teach me. Because the story of a Colombian mother or a Quechua farmer are not so different. And somehow it is ours too, our own history. Because they both laugh, they both dream, they both deserve to be heard. So how do we connect with other cultures? We let the unknown to sit at our table. We let ourselves to be changed, to be transformed. When we remember that humanity is not a map. It is a mosaic, and we are the pieces, meant to be held together by compassion, by courage, by a shared hope that even in our differences, we can find one another. So how do you connect with other cultures?